Welcome to all my subscribers and anyone who comes across this video. I want to start today with a prayer for unity. So I think of prayer and spell work as sort of an offering to the universe. Obviously I don't like to do anything that infringes on free will. I've got these candles today from a local witch who's lovely, and I set the intention on all of them for unity. I think what we're needing at the moment is unity. So I'd like to start today's random I Ching reading with this little meditation prayer that we can do together for unity. So if everyone just wants to close their eyes and help me with the energetic exchange of this, we can pool our energies together and it will multiply this this incantation that I'm going to do, okay? So everyone close their eyes. May the secret desires of our hearts bring us true lasting love and the power of faith and friendship. May it keep loved ones close to us, that they may open their hearts to receive. Wrap us all in unity in the powerful pink light of love. Connect all beings in this dimension and beyond through the heart space. And draw those to us who are meant for us. Thank you. So be it, and so it is. Okay, so that was just a little thing to get us started today. I'm going to do a random I Ching reading. So usually, and you can see this in my other video, you would like throw coins and then you would build up a hexagram. I don't have time today to do that, but I wanted to just do this other method, which is what I do for myself sometimes. If I don't have time to like give myself a proper I Ching reading, I'll just flick through the book, and then whatever page it lands on, I would read that hexagram, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to set the intention now that Spirit channels through me a message through this book for the collective, for my subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe because it puts your energy into these readings. So I'm putting the intention that this is for my subscribers. The message that they need to hear. Okay, let's see. That's interesting. The power of the great. Okay, so I think this, I can't remember, but I think it could have been that it came out before, or if not, this hexagram has come out recently for me for a client or something, because it's, I remember that I've dealt with this hexagram recently. So this is all about your power and the power of the good within. I'm going to start reading it, but I always get channeled messages that come through when I do the I Ching, so that may well happen again today. If not, I'll just read. I'm not going to read any of the lines, I'm just going to read the main hexagram. Okay. Great power lies in one's certain knowledge of the power of the good. The power of the great, perseverance furthers. Here, as in many of the I Ching hexagrams, there are two meanings to consider. The first meaning is the true power that arises when we perceive the correct way to go. The gates of success begin to open. And this is interesting because one of the candles that I got and put the intention for unity on was this one. And you see here it says Road to Success, Road Opener. And this is all about opening channels. I don't do magic where it's like intentional or against someone's will, but I will do candles to open pathways, to draw people to me who should be connected to me, that sort of thing. But this is all about opening pathways, so that's pretty interesting. And I'm not like making up which hexagram I'm reading. I do everything on the channel live. So the gates of success begin to open. And then the second is, so there are two meanings here, and one is to do with when you're true and you're true to yourself, and the other is when you're kind of contriving a certain way of being because you're hoping to affect something through that behavior. So it's about appearances or reality. So it's like, so you know, many spiritual people will do things because they're like, oh, if I do this, it will result in this thing. you know, often when I'm dealing with clients and it's a kind of love related issue and I'm saying, you know, this is the thing, because I specialize in kind of reuniting soul connections, and I'll say, this is what you need to do, but you need to do this for yourself. And if they do it with the intention that it's for their highest good and it's for themselves, it will be very powerful. Whereas if they're doing it to create the desired effect, that's not going to do the same thing, because people are connected to us through these inner ties, and they can feel the weight of our intentions. So don't ever underestimate, and I've said this before on the channel, the power of good intentions. You don't need to contrive, you don't need to interfere, you don't need to manipulate. The beauty of the truth and true desire to be in the right alignment is always going to bring what you most need into your life. Maybe not what you most desire, but what is for your highest good. I hope that makes sense, because I'm channeling, so I don't know what I'm saying. And here it talks about power. So it's talking about insight, opening the door, and on perceiving the fact that this doorway is opening, we sort of, it says here, what does it say? Hang on. We suddenly feel free to move ahead. So, whenever we perceive the correct way to go, we must not become obsessively lost in the forward thrust so that we lose our inner composure, for our ego waits for such an opportunity. So I do feel like for this collective, things are opening up for you, things are turning in your favor, and you can probably feel that, because we can always feel these things. And the I Ching is always about this idea of receptivity, and it talks about waves, how waves come in and roll out, and how we advance with the incoming wave, and we retreat as it does. So this is about when people are receptive to us. You advance when the gates are open and receptive, and you detract when that is no longer the case, and you don't kind of worry about it. You know that these things are shifting and changing, and the tide rolls in and out, and you only advance as much as the moment allows. But for this reading, there is this chance for success. So this could be in anything. This could be to do with your career. This could be to do with a love situation. This could be to do with your home life. But there's some gateway opening to you, and you might feel it, and you might have this anticipation. Don't let the ego interject and like push. It's going to come to you. You have to trust the process and just allow. So much of this work is about surrender and allowing, and like about achieving something and then letting that be that thing, and not pushing to have more and more and more, just accepting what is brought to you in the moment. What else does it say? So it's talking about the ego here. Waiting in the sideline, it eagerly watches for an opportunity to jump out, to intercept the ball, seize the power of insight. The ego can interject only if we become so absorbed in what we are doing that we lose touch with our inner being. So yeah, this is really important, to keep in touch with your inner being, with your inner child, with your inner self. I will do some meditations on this in time. So it's about reticence, this idea of having power but not using it. The I Ching is all about that. It's like people who have power, if you're in a position of power, if you're someone that someone listens to or comes to for counsel, not abusing that, using that for the good of the whole, and leading by example and showing people rather than telling them, because people have to arrive at their own conclusions. I spoke about this in the other I Ching thing. I wonder if it was the same hexagram. If not, it's similar. It's about like maybe you see people being absorbed by ideas that you don't think are correct, that you are worrying about the state of a collective kind of viewpoint, and you want to say no, this is the way, this is the right thing, but it's not about that. It's not about your ego. It's not about telling people. They will learn only through their experience, and all you can do is focus on yourself, be true to yourself, and you will draw people into your sphere that see that and that start to replicate that, if that makes sense. We often fail to realize that our inner thoughts communicate to others without any intention or effort on our part. We feel their inner attitudes as well. These are non-verbal perceptions that we are trained in childhood to distrust. So yes, this is all about trusting your intuition, trusting your instinct. I mean, if you watch my twin flame video, you'll see that that's a big topic at the moment. my ego was like, no, 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 I'm not going to do this thing. In the reading, I could see that I was supposed to. Following through on any kind of insight or intuition you have, and not worrying about whether other people will understand that or not worrying about whether you're misunderstood, whether you are going to be ostracized for thinking differently, or all of these things, but just following what's true for you. It's very important. I just talked about it in my last I Ching video. It's like your truth. What is your truth? What is your belief? And I spoke about a tribe who believed that they pull the sun across the globe, and if they didn't do that, it wouldn't rise. But that's their truth, you know? And we all have our truth, and it's very important to be true to yourself. Now, what else? On having either a positive or negative perception about something or someone, we should lift the perception into consciousness at once. Doing so enables us to fully understand the inner truth of the situation before our tainted habitual responses take hold. So that's about holding people open to possibility, feeling like someone is capable of being their highest self, and not entrapping them in a negative viewpoint of them, not entrapping them in things to do with the past, letting go of the past, being open to people's potential, and getting out of karmic patterns where you're expecting a certain behavior and then manifesting it. Manifestation is real. If you don't give people the opportunity to be their highest self, you'll get what you were always given. If we do what we always did, we'll get what we always got. You know, it's about holding your mind open, holding an open space in your heart, and allowing people time and possibility to change, and not expecting things in your time frame either. You know, divine timing is real. It's a thing. People need time and space, but don't like close them in a narrow point of view. Allow that. Doesn't mean you have to accept bad behavior. You can think that something someone does is wrong, but it doesn't mean that you have to assume that's the only way they can be. You give them the potential to be their highest self and to return to you. Now, what else here? On lifting the new perception to full consciousness, we preserve its integrity and empower it so that it automatically corrects the situation. We need do nothing at all. So yes, this is about the power of inner truth and the power of belief, really, and hope and faith and trust. The lowest place is inclined to affect advance by force. So it's about, again, stopping your ego interjecting. On perceiving an opportunity to advance, the ego interjects with exuberant enthusiasm. Now we can do something. On perceiving we've attained an influence, it says self-importantly, see me, I possess the answers. If you don't agree, I'll make things happen my way. So this is really about not being entangled emotionally in situations and retracting your energy once you have had some level of influence, and not trying to push for more. It's very difficult, but it's important. Energy is a flow, and how can I say it? Because I see energy. So I see energetically like things going back and forth, and it's almost like magnets that attract until they start to repel. It's like you have to draw your energy back once you've put in a certain amount for yourself and for the other person to be able to comfortably exist in that space. I feel like only a few people are going to get what I mean because it's such a visual thing, but hopefully it makes sense to someone. We receive this hexagram when, if only in our thoughts, we have abused power, including using leverage, when we push, or when we pressure people to change. So this is about not holding grudges, not dismissing people as hopeless, not saying things in anger, which has an inner effect. So all of our words have inner effects, all of our thoughts have inner effects. Everything is connected. Think again of that visual of the stream that flows underwater that I like to give you guys, of like how you can't see the water yet, but it's traveling under stream and eventually it pops out. So like trusting that things are going on under the world as we see it. There are these like inner unseen connections and shifts and changes going on, and this is the surface. It's like when you plant a seed, right? You plant a seed, you look at the soil. One of my friends who might be watching this video will like this because she gave me loads of seeds. And you look at them and you're like, where are my tomatoes going to grow, or whatever? But you have to trust that under the soil there's a lot going on energetically, and then one day it pops up, a little sprout, a little tiny kernel of something. And this is how manifestation works. You might be doing your manifestation, doing your meditation every day for something, or you might be sending someone love, you might be opening yourself up to communication with someone, you're not hearing from them, but gradually those things are rippling through, and then one day you'll see a little sprout, and then it grows. So you have to trust in the darkness. Within the darkness, life is being born. I mean, I have here The Great Cosmic Mother, which is a brilliant book by Monica Hugh. She's a feminist artist and very connected into like the goddess energy. But she talks about how there's the dark light of the earth, and out of the darkness of the cosmos, life begins, and it's like the chthonic womb almost, and the kind of process of creation as like this embryonic womb of darkness from which light, fervent light can spark. So out of darkness there comes the light. Out of this like absence, or out of the mystery of the unseen, things will come into being. You just have to, it's about faith and it's about trust. It is important when we're given the opportunity to express our point of view that we go no further than the moment allows. To do so means that our ever-prowling ego has once more intercepted the truth and mixed it with its own purposes. So yes, this is about being true to yourself, being true to the inner situation, and going no further than that moment allows, not becoming kind of arrogant because you've had some success, or because you can feel something coming, and going further than you're meant to. It's about this idea of really reticence and also moderation. It's very difficult when you're like a spiritual person, or when you're like psychic. Like, I often see things playing out and I want to be like, no, what are you doing? Like, let me help, let me tell you the right thing to do. Or, you know, especially before I started doing it as like a professional thing, because I would see friends all the time or whatever, and I would want to tell them, no, but you can't. You have to let people discover things their own way, and let people come to you if they have those questions, and then you can answer them, but not kind of imposing that on people, because that is just a form of vanity and ego. So my kind of reading on that is that whatever the situation that you have on your mind at the moment that this reading has brought up, whatever that is, know that it is changing for the better. Know that the situation is kind of starting to resolve, but allowing it to resolve without kind of interfering or interjecting, or, you know, just taking the focus back onto yourself, really. I want to just get like one card, tarot card, to see if there's anything else. Ooh. Okay, so we had two. This is nice. This is my favourite card. I love this card so much. I wrote something called 3 card spread, where I talked about 3 tarot cards, but there was like a 4th card which I didn't mention, which was the 6 of Cups, which was like the visual imagery that I used in it. This is the card, I love this card. This is the card of nostalgia. It's my Mercury retrograde card. It shows 2 kids and they're giving each other, or the boy is giving the girl a bunch of flowers. It's about childhood innocence. It can talk of soul connections. It can talk of past life relationships. It can talk of children. It's this innocent love. It's a return to this innocent love. It can talk about reconciliation. So if you are coming at this with like a kind of love question in mind, it is saying that yes, a reconciliation is coming, but don't interfere in that. Just let the process happen. You will probably be reuniting with someone. You will be seeing someone from the past. This can be someone from your deep past, childhood, or that you've had past lives with them, or that they're just a soulmate in some capacity, twin flame, whatever it rings true for you. And there is this new communication coming, there's new insights coming in, they're seeing things from a different perspective, you're seeing things from a different perspective, there's sudden information, mental information, ideas, information, things you need to know. You might hear something you need to know, you might be told something you need to know. There's like new information or just a new way of thinking about this that's going to enable this. That's really nice. So let me see. I don't know how long this video is. I try to make short videos. How long is it? Okay. Let's just get a couple of oracle cards to complete this collective energy conversation. Yeah. Inner temple, tune into the portal of your heart. That really echoes what the I Ching was saying about this inner truth, this inner knowing. Tune into your heart space. This is a beautiful card. Do some meditation, sit with yourself, say, what is it that I need to know? What is it that that comes up? And just, yeah, inner child work maybe could be good. But I see some kind of heart expansion going on with that card. One more. Ooh. Yes, see? Your energy is gaining momentum. There's something going on here. There's something going on to do with inner truth, to do with matters of the heart, to do with someone starting to see things from a heart-based perspective, letting go of fear, wanting to communicate something, wanting to come and have some kind of union. Apologies. It could be about apologies as well. But it's just this beautiful, gentle energy. That's so nice. Do I want to get one more card? Oh, so hard sometimes not to want to know more. Yes. This is great. Wishes coming true. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups has come out a lot. I think that there is some kind of energy of something you've wished and longed and hoped for a long time coming into fruition. It is to do with someone getting this different type of perspective, learning some kind of spiritual lesson, seeing things from a more spiritual point of view, going within. You know, the Hermit is all about going within, tuning into their inner temple. It can be a message for you as well to do this, you know, to meditate, to think, to go within. But I see a lot of happiness. I mean, these are such lovely, happy energies. So let's just focus on that for a second. Let's feel that beautiful feeling of unity and union that I've set as an intention. Let's connect into that beautiful 9 of Cups energy. Feeling that now. And by the way, if you have tarot cards yourself, I hope you guys can't see my boob. In one of my earlier videos, I realised you could. I don't wear bras. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, a simple spell that you can do at home. It's more like setting an intention, really. If you have tarot cards, say you want to have a union with someone, put this is a card of reconciliation and like coming to meet, you know, and that kind of thing. Put the card under your pillow, by your candle, meditate on it, look at it visually. Similarly, if you're having bad dreams, and this is a weird channeled message, if any of you are having bad dreams and you have tarot cards, find the 9 of Swords in the deck, which is the card of nightmares, sleepless nights, anxiety. Put it upside down. Very important that you put it upside down, because upside down, that's about like that stuff being dropped, being let go. So 9 of Swords upside down under your pillow at night, you'll sleep much better. Yeah. Simple spells you can do yourself. Spells are all about intention, but visuals help. It's about creating space. It's about ritualizing things. I've got my new moon, no, I always say new moon, full moon release ritual care package video coming soon for the next full moon. which is the 1st, so it'll be like the day before that it comes out. If anyone's called to do that, do that. I started playing with my jade bracelet for some unknown reason. Maybe you guys, some jade is good. It's very protective. Okay. It's weird. They say that if you wear jade, if you like fall over or something, it will protect you. And that happened to me once. I fell and I was wearing another jade bracelet, and the bracelet like cracked and broke. And I think if I hadn't have been wearing it, I probably would have hurt my wrist. It's like it takes the break for you. It's weird. There's also like certain people that I see that I feel like sometimes my bracelets will break, or like a necklace broke, and I feel like it's like a little sign that I have to protect myself. And it's like, I don't know, I have a lot of superstitions, but just a message for someone about jade. It might be important to you. It's very good, very healing, very good for money, very good for the heart, very good for friendship. Okay, so that's everything I have today. Hope it was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, put your energy into the channel. You'll get a lot more out of all of these videos if you do that. Sending you all lots of love, peace, unity. All the best. Take care.